Okay, never mind. Okay.
What's up? Hi, I'm qasim.
Reggie.
Caryn.
And our project is about the greatest influence on one's preference to art, age, or gender.
Okay, so the project was aimed towards like decision making and how like people subconsciously make decisions and stuff like that. The research that we did was that there are many different factors, how you grow up, like your beliefs, stuff like that, but also age and gender are two different factors. With age, the wisdom and prior knowledge to like how you grew up, like your life experiences influence your subconscious decisions in the future. And then with gender, the physical and mental aspects that just naturally make up your body are going to influence like your emotions and stuff like that and how you handle things. Okay, so how decision making ties into our project is we surveyed a bunch of people at the mall and we asked them which pieces of art out of 4 different categories they preferred better: pointillism, abstract, watercolor, and colored pencil. And based off of that decision, we divided up into categories based off of age and gender to kind of make sense of the data and to see which, like, if there was a correlation between age or gender, like which one had a stronger correlation. The colors in each different artwork were supposed to like trigger something different in everybody because everybody has a different emotional reaction to different colors. So that is like, we were going to see if gender had more of an association with a color pretty much, or if age did. So we wanted to determine which had a greater influence, age or gender.
Our state was the chi-square test for homogeneity, the H word, significance level of 0.05, and determine the greatest influence on the one's preference to art, age, or gender. Preference to art, yeah.
Okay, so the null hypothesis was for age was that all age groups, so our different categories for the age groups were 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31 through 40, 41 through 50, and 51 and up. That all the age groups all liked abstract equal amount. The same thing for watercolor was just all the age groups liked everything in equal amount. Colored pencil, same thing, and then pointillism was the same thing. Our alternative hypothesis is that at least one of those is incorrect. So meaning that not all the age groups are going to like at least one of those is going to be incorrect, meaning that at least and at least one of the different styles of art, that there's going to be a difference between the age groups. Gender was males who prefer abstract is the same as females who prefer abstract. The same thing for watercolor. Males and females are going to be equal. Colored pencil and pointillism. The alternative hypothesis is that at least one of those is incorrect.
Yeah. We had a random survey. We had a large sample size of greater than 5, and we had 930. We had less than 10% of our shoppers have told meals on all conditions were met.
Okay. Alright, so
Okay, I'll do this one. The do was the formula used to perform the chi-square test was observed frequency minus expected frequency squared divided by expected frequency again.
Using a degree of freedom, expected frequency counts, and the chi-square statistic, we determine the p-values.
Okay, so after we performed all the calculations and everything, okay, so we set our significance level for the chi-square test at 0.05, meaning that anything that's going to, any p-value that we get that falls below 0.05, the data will be insignificant for that, you know. Okay, so for the age groups 11 through 20, for all the age groups who liked abstract, that p-value fell at 0.091, which was above the significance level. For all the age groups for watercolor, that fell at 0.494, which was way above the significance level. Colored pencil was 0.027, which was below the significance level, and for pointillism, it was 0.009, which was way below the significance level. So for gender, males who preferred abstract to females who preferred abstract was 0.272. Watercolor is 0.365. Colored pencil is 0.242, and pointillism was 0.062. So all those p-values fell above the significance level that we set, which is going to mean that for age we're going to reject the null hypothesis because 2 of those values were below the significance level, meaning that there was no correlation really between age and a preferred style of art. For gender, all those p-values fell above the significance level, so we are going to fail to reject the null hypothesis because they were all above 0.05, meaning that there was a correlation between gender and styles of art.
We rejected that null hypothesis for age. This means that there was little or no correlation between and preferred styles of art. This set up that as statistically non-significant.
We failed to reject the null hypothesis for gender. This means that there was some or strong correlation between gender or preferred style of art. This data is set statistically significant.
Okay. We wanted to, so our project was to determine the greatest influence on one preference to art between age or gender. And then we would like to conclude that the data showed that there was a stronger influence between gender than there was age. So we rejected the null hypothesis for age, and we failed to reject the null hypothesis for gender.
And that's our project. Bye, Mr. Dunn. Ain't coming back.
Okay.